All right, welcome back everybody to the deep dive. We're diving into a really interesting topic today.
This one's pretty cool.
This one has to do with something that might just totally change the way you think about breakfast.
Absolutely.
Which, I mean, come on, who doesn't love breakfast?
Right. It's the most important meal of the day.
But, as it turns out, we're not just talking about what we eat.
It's the when.
Yeah, we're going deep on the concept of a golden hour for breakfast. So this is based on some really cool stuff we found in an article called Unlocking Longevity, the Golden Hour for Breakfast and Why It Matters.
Should be a fun one.
All right, so let's unpack this golden hour thing. What is it all about?
Well, the idea is that if you eat your breakfast within the first hour of waking up, you're setting yourself up for, well, a pretty amazing day health-wise.
Okay, so like hitting the ground running, but for your metabolism.
Exactly. Think of it like this.
Okay,
You've been fasting all night, right?
right, sleeping,
So when you eat something within that first hour, it's like sending a signal to your body.
like a wake-up call.
Yeah. To kickstart your metabolism and all those metabolic processes that have been kind of on snooze.
That makes sense. It's like stoking the fire, right? Get that metabolism burning bright first thing.
Right. And there's actually some pretty compelling research to back this up.
Oh, really?
A study from 2018, it was published in the journal Nutrients, they found that people who ate breakfast within an hour of waking up, they had better blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity throughout the day compared to those who waited to eat.
Hmm. Interesting. So starting off strong sets you up for success later on.
Exactly. And that can make a huge difference when it comes to things like preventing type 2 diabetes.
That's huge. Okay, so we've got the metabolic boost. What else does this golden hour do for us?
Well, it also plays a role in regulating your hormones.
Hormones. Always a fun topic.
Right. But seriously, cortisol, which is our stress hormone, it naturally peaks in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's why some of us are kind of, well,
Yeah.
a little grumpy before that first cup of coffee.
Exactly. And eating early can actually help regulate that cortisol spike.
If you eat later, you're kind of riding that cortisol wave in a less productive way.
You could say that, yeah. It's like you're not really giving your body the tools it needs to manage that stress response effectively.
And I'm guessing that has a ripple effect on your mood and energy levels throughout the day.
Absolutely. Eating within that golden hour can set the tone for a calmer, more focused day.
Makes sense. So we're talking better metabolism, better hormone balance, anything else?
You know, there's even research suggesting a link between early breakfast and improved cognitive function.
Wait, seriously. So eating early can actually make you sharper.
That's what the research suggests. One study, it was in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, they found that people who ate breakfast performed better on memory and attention tests compared to those who skipped it.
Wow, sharper memory. I could definitely use that, especially trying to remember where I put my keys half the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sold on the when. But now I'm really curious about the what. What should we be eating during this golden hour to really make the most of it?
Protein.
Protein, the building block of, well, pretty much everything.
It's so important.
Okay, break it down for me. Why is protein so key?
Protein is going to give you that sustained energy and keep you feeling full for a lot longer.
So you're not reaching for those sugary snacks mid-morning.
Exactly.
Okay, so what are some good protein-rich breakfast options?
Oh, there are so many. Eggs are a classic for a reason. Greek yogurt is a good one.
I love a good protein smoothie in the morning. Sometimes even leftovers from dinner. It's like a whole new meal.
That works.
I'm a big fan of tofu scramble in the mornings with lots of veggies.
Sounds delicious.
And speaking of veggies, can't forget fiber.
Oh, fiber is crucial. Think of it as your gut's best friend.
I love that.
But it's true. Fiber helps with digestion, it helps regulate your blood sugar, and it's super important for gut health.
Gut health is everything.
It really is. And you want to aim for a good mix of soluble fiber, like what you find in oats and beans, and insoluble fiber from whole grains and veggies.
My go-to is overnight oats with chia seeds and berries and just a sprinkle of nuts on top.
Perfect. Sounds like you've got your fiber routine down.
I try. It's a delicious way to start the day, and, I feel good knowing I'm fueling my body right. And speaking of fueling, let's not forget the most basic but essential element.
Hydration. Can't forget the water.
Seriously, starting your day with a big glass of water is so important.
You're rehydrating after sleep, getting your systems going.
It's amazing how such a simple thing can make such a difference.
It's the little things, you know?
And while we're talking about simple but powerful habits, I have to mention mindful eating.
Such a good point.
I used to just scarf down my breakfast, not even really tasting it.
Yeah.
But now I try to savor each bite really pay attention to how my body's feeling.
It makes a world of difference.
Seriously, it's changed my whole relationship with food.
That's what mindful eating is all about. It's about connecting with your food, recognizing those hunger and fullness signals.
Yeah, and in the end, it just helps you develop a healthier relationship with eating overall.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, so to recap, eating within that golden hour after waking up, it's not just some random health fad.
There's real science behind it.
It can have a huge impact on our metabolism, our hormones, even how well we think. Who knew timing could be so powerful?
Right.
But it's really about working with your body's natural rhythms.
That's what this golden hour concept is all about, harnessing those natural rhythms for optimal health and well-being.
And remember, everyone's different.
Experiment.
See what works best for your body and lifestyle. You never know. This simple shift could be the key to unlocking a healthier, more vibrant you.
Food for thought, right. What if simply changing when you eat could lead to a longer, healthier life?
Definitely something to ponder. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, you're hungry for more, well, make sure you're subscribed to the deep dive. In fact, subscribe twice, just to be sure. We've got tons of fascinating topics coming up. You won't want to miss a single episode.
You definitely don't.
Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep exploring.
See